Hello, YouTube friends, and thanks for coming back. So let's do some talking today. I was thinking, we'll do some actual conversation practice. So we want to sound what? We want to sound native. We want to sound like the kind of person that's fun to have a conversation with on the street, right? So sometimes during a conversation, we talk about things we do, right? Because that's interesting. We want to learn more about those things, right? So when we talk about those things, we might bring up stuff we do often, right? So things we do often could be habits, right? So a habit isn't something you just do once, it's something you do, it could be like every week, that kind of thing, right? Could be every year. But you kind of do it like pretty regularly, you know? So that brings to mind things we say like used to. So that's a phrase you might have heard before, used to. Another one you might have heard is usually. Now I have used to, I have usually. These are going to save you because they make you more interesting when you bring these types of talking points up. Like, for example, maybe you have something in common with the speaker, right? So maybe you and your friend, you're walking past an old movie theater. Like, okay, well, we're gonna walk down here and, oh, check out that movie theater. Oh, looks like it's closed now. It's very old, it's falling apart. But then you say something, again, very mysterious. Oh, that movie theater used to be the movie theater I'd always go to when I was younger. That movie theater, that one right there that's falling apart, I used to go there. Wow, really? It was open? Oh, wow, that's incredible. So it wasn't falling apart once upon a time. Wow, no kidding. Like, yep, I really went there all the time when I was a kid. I used to always watch my favorite movie there. It was great. I used to go there with my parents. Wow, you used to go there with your parents? Wow, you had a nice childhood. Well, I wouldn't say that, but yeah, I used to go there all the time. Okay, so notice how this is like a story that's building, right? This is the thing you used to always do. Why? Well, now you're getting into feelings, right? Why did you used to do it? Why did you do it all the time? All right, so that's used to. I did it because it brought back good feelings, right? It brings good feelings. That's why I used to do it. So then we have used to. The other one we're going to talk about is usually. Usually. So usually is something we use for the present. So habits that we do now, right? But used to, we're talking about the past. So usually, right now. Let's pick something like, for example, when I go to Starbucks, I usually buy a donut with my coffee. When I go to Starbucks, I usually buy a donut with my coffee. So how often do I do that? Well, I do that pretty often. Not very often, but it's a habit, right? So I kind of will do it because it makes me happy, right? And I want people to know this is what makes me kind of special in a way too. Because when you talk about your habits, people kind of start to think, oh, you're this person. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Wow. She usually gets a donut with her coffee. Okay, so what kind of question can you ask after that? Okay, you usually get a donut with your coffee. How about what flavor donut do you usually buy? What flavor donut do you usually buy? Oh, well, I usually get a chocolate donut. I usually get a chocolate donut. Okay, so maybe you like chocolate? So you start to learn more and more about people and their habits, what they do often. So that's something to keep in mind when you have a conversation. You want to keep in mind used to, and you want to keep in mind usually. So I hope that helps. Feel free to write in the comment section some examples of used to. Like, for example, let's do another one. How about, there used to be this cool arcade in town. Now, in that case, it's like a state in the past. So for example, like it used to be there, it was there until finally it wasn't, it closed, right? So maybe there's used to, and then we'll say maybe another example you could write in the comments could be like usually, like what do you usually order at Burger King? What do you usually order at Starbucks? Well, I usually order, I don't know, I usually order maybe like a latte, or I order, what size do you order usually? So write down in the comments maybe what you usually order at Starbucks. That could be a great example for you to practice. So anyway, if you have any other questions and comments, just like leave them down there and we'll talk soon. See ya!